Have you ever wondered why PCI DSS 4.0 implementation is vital in the modern business environment? Let's dive into it. Imagine a world where cardholder data is as vulnerable as a ship without a captain. It's a scary thought, isn't it? This is where the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS, comes in, acting as the guiding star for organizations that handle cardholder data. The latest version, PCI DSS 4.0, is not just an updated rulebook, but a beacon of trust and security. It's like a digital guardian, keeping an eye on your customers' sensitive information, ensuring it's not just secured, but also well managed. So why is PCI DSS 4.0 implementation so crucial? Well, the answer lies in its robust and enhanced approach towards data security. It's like having a state-of-the-art lock on your front door, acting as a formidable barrier against data breaches. By implementing PCI DSS 4.0, you're not just securing data, you're bolstering customer trust, one transaction at a time. Moreover, PCI DSS 4.0 is not just a set of guidelines, it's a globally recognized standard. Think of it as the universal language of data security. By adhering to it, your organization is not just complying with an industry norm, but actively contributing to a safer digital world. But it doesn't stop there. PCI DSS 4.0 is also your organization's ticket to a smoother operation. It's like a well-oiled machine, streamlining processes and reducing the risk of non-compliance penalties. It's not just about being secure, it's about being smart, efficient, and ahead of the curve. In essence, PCI DSS 4.0 implementation is like a well-rounded shield, defending your organization from data breaches, fostering customer trust, promoting global compliance, and streamlining operations. It's not just a necessity, it's a catalyst for growth and success in today's digital age. In the following scenes, we will walk through the step-by-step process of PCI DSS 4.0 implementation. So buckle up for an enlightening journey through the realms of data security and compliance. Before diving into the implementation process, it's crucial to understand the PCI DSS 4.0 standard itself. So, what exactly is the PCI DSS 4.0 standard? The Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, or PCI DSS, is a set of security standards designed to ensure that all companies that accept, process, store, or transmit credit card information maintain a secure environment. The PCI DSS 4.0 standard is the latest iteration of these guidelines, released to address the ever-evolving landscape of payment security. The primary objective of PCI DSS 4.0 is to provide a flexible, outcome-based approach to data security. It emphasizes security as an ongoing process rather than a one-time compliance exercise. This version introduces new ways to achieve and demonstrate compliance, allowing organizations to customize their approach based on their unique risks and business contexts. So how does 4.0 differ from the previous three? 2.1 standard. The key differences lie in the approach to compliance and the emphasis on security as a continuous process, while 2.1 was prescriptive, specifying exactly what controls should be in place and how they should be implemented. 4.0 is more flexible. It allows organizations to choose the controls and methods that best meet their specific needs and risks. However, it also requires a more thorough documentation and understanding of those risks and the chosen controls' effectiveness. One of the pivotal changes in PCI DSS 4.0 is the shift towards a more proactive approach to security. Rather than just setting up defenses and hoping for the best, organizations are encouraged to routinely evaluate their controls' effectiveness and adjust as necessary. This continual evaluation and adjustment is an essential part of maintaining a robust and resilient security posture. Another significant change lies in the expanded focus on the entire payment data lifecycle. The 4.0 standard emphasizes the need to secure cardholder data from the moment of capture, during processing and storage, through to the secure deletion of that data. Now that we have a basic understanding of PCI DSS 4.0, let's delve into the implementation process. The first step in PCI DSS 4.0 implementation is scoping and network segmentation. When we talk about scoping, we're referring to the process of identifying where cardholder data is stored, processed, or transmitted within your network. This is a crucial step, as it allows us to define the boundaries of the cardholder data environment, or CDE. which is essentially the area of your network that is subject to PCI DSS regulations. Identifying the CDE isn't a one-off task, but rather an ongoing process. As your network evolves and changes, new systems and processes may come into scope, so it's crucial to regularly revisit and reassess your CDE to ensure that all relevant areas are accounted for. Now let's move on to network segmentation. This is the practice of splitting a computer network into subnetworks, each being a network segment or network layer. So why segment your network? Well, it's simple. Network segmentation is a highly effective method of reducing the scope of the CDE and, by extension, the complexity and cost of your PCI DSS compliance efforts. Let's say, for example, that you have a server that processes cardholder data, and it's sitting on the same network as your employee workstations. Without segmentation, your entire network would be considered in scope for PCI DSS. But if you segment your network and isolate that server, only the network segment containing the server would be in scope. Keep in mind that network segmentation must be properly implemented and maintained to be effective. It's not enough to simply create a separate network segment. You must also put controls in place to prevent data from moving between segments unless absolutely necessary. To sum up, scoping and network segmentation are crucial first steps in PCI DSS 4.0 implementation. By clearly defining your CDE and strategically segmenting your network, you can significantly reduce the complexity and cost of compliance. With a well-defined scope, we can now proceed to secure the system. The next phase involves implementing security controls to protect cardholder data. Firstly, it's important to install and maintain a firewall configuration to protect cardholder data. This is requirement 1, and it's all about setting up a robust barrier between your cardholder data and cyber threats. The second requirement involves not using vendor-supplied defaults for system passwords and other security parameters. Make sure to change default passwords and develop a secure system configuration standard. Next, we have requirement 3, which is about protecting stored cardholder data. This can be achieved through encryption, truncation, masking, and hashing. Remember, the less cardholder data you store, the less there is to steal. Requirement 4, on the other hand, focuses on encrypting transmission of cardholder data across open public networks. Always use strong cryptography and security protocols to safeguard sensitive cardholder data during transmission over public networks. Maintaining a vulnerability management program is requirement 5. This involves the use of and regular updates of antivirus software or programs. It's about staying one step ahead of potential threats. Requirement 6 is all about developing and maintaining secure systems and applications. This involves identifying and ranking vulnerabilities, patching up systems, and developing software applications based on secure coding guidelines. Then comes requirement 7, which is about restricting access to cardholder data by business need to know. This means limiting access to the least number of people necessary for business operations. Requirement 8 is about identifying and authenticating access to system components. This involves assigning a unique ID to each person with computer access and controlling the distribution of authentication mechanisms. Requirement 9 is about restricting physical access to cardholder data. It's about preventing unauthorized individuals from gaining physical access to your systems or data. Regularly monitoring and testing networks is requirement 10. Track and monitor all access to network resources and cardholder data to detect and react to security incidents in time. Requirement 11 involves regularly testing security systems and processes. This includes vulnerability scanning, penetration testing, intrusion detection, and change detection. Finally, requirement 12 is about maintaining a policy that addresses information security for all personnel. This policy ensures that everyone in your organization understands their roles and responsibilities in protecting cardholder data. Once these controls are in place, it's time to validate their effectiveness. Validation and reporting are key aspects of PCI DSS 4.0 implementation. Now that you've taken the time to understand the standard, segmented your network, and implemented security controls, it's time to validate your efforts and report on your compliance. Conducting an assessment to check an organization's compliance with PCI DSS 4.0 can be a complex task, but it's crucial to ensure all systems are secure. This process involves thoroughly reviewing and testing each of the standard's 12 requirements. The assessment examines your network architecture, policies, procedures, and security controls to verify that they align with the PCI DSS 4.0 guidelines. It's not just a box-ticking exercise, but a comprehensive evaluation of your organization's security posture. At this point, let's introduce a crucial player in the validation process, the Qualified Security Assessor, or QSA. A QSA is a professional trained and certified by the PCI Security Standards Council to perform PCI DSS assessments. They have a deep understanding of the standard and its application in various business environments. It's the QSA's responsibility to lead the assessment, ensuring every requirement is met and all potential vulnerabilities are identified. Following the assessment, the QSA prepares a report on compliance, or ROC. The ROC is a detailed document that outlines how your organization complies with each PCI DSS requirement. It includes information about the assessed environment, the testing procedures used, and the results of each test. The ROC is more than just a paper trail. It's a testament to your organization's commitment to data security. Remember, achieving PCI DSS compliance isn't a one-time event, but a continuous process. Regular reviews, assessments, and reports are necessary to maintain a secure environment and stay ahead of emerging threats. With the completion of the validation and reporting phase, the PCI DSS 4.0 implementation process comes to an end. But remember, the journey towards maintaining a secure cardholder data environment is ongoing. Keep yourself informed, stay vigilant, and always strive for improvement in your security practices. To wrap up, let's summarize the key points we've covered today. We've delved into the crucial significance of PCI DSS 4.0, a new standard that not only replaces the now obsolete 2.1 version, but also brings a host of pivotal changes. The implementation process, which we have broken down from scoping to validation, is a comprehensive journey. It requires meticulous planning, stringent security controls, and thorough reporting. The new standard introduces more flexibility, allowing organizations to tailor security controls to their unique environments, thus enhancing the overall security posture. We've also highlighted the stark differences between PCI DSS 4.0 and its predecessor 2.1. These differences predominantly lie in the approach to security, with 4.0 advocating for a more holistic and continuous security model. Remember, implementing PCI DSS 4.0 is not just about compliance, but it's also about securing your business and customers' data,